Good morning. Sorry I'm a little late this morning, and yesterday I was very late. But I want to start today by talking about diaphragmatic breathing. And what's funny is that when I look at this in the camera, it's all backwards, because it's like a mirror image. So I don't know what's streaming live, but the way I look at it, all the words are backwards. So I want you to just focus on the diagram here of your lungs, and it's representing what your diaphragm does, this muscle below your lungs. When you inhale, you send that muscle down if you do this correctly, and that opens up your lungs and brings air in behind it. And then when you exhale, you let the diaphragm float up, and that pushes the lungs smaller like this, and it pushes air up and out of them because there's less space here, right? So when the diaphragm goes down, it pulls more space, and it pulls air in behind that space like a vacuum. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Excuse me. So to begin, we're going to stand in mountain. Let's see if this will be right. Okay, yeah, we're going to stand in mountain and imagine your diaphragm right here below your lungs. And when you inhale, you can stand hip distance apart. It's most comfortable. Inhale, send that diaphragm down. Exhale, let it float up. Inhale, it goes down. You can picture this as belly breathing, or you can just keep your belly anchored and send the diaphragm down. Let it float back up. Feel how that's pushing the air up and out. Inhaling, expanding, exhaling, contracting. Excuse me. So we're going to focus on that diaphragm moving, that diaphragmatic breath throughout the yoga practice today. And we're going to start with our simple neck stretches. And I've already done my wall stretches. I apologize if that's something that you miss. That's part of the reason I'm a bit late. But I get bored watching myself do the same stuff over and over. And I want to show you some new stuff in this video today. But quick review. First thing I do in the morning is my wall stretches. It's also hard to get the laptop over there to the wall, but if you picture this as a wall, this beam here, you're going to do your toes and nose to the wall, your arms out wide, and do like angel arms here, snow angel arms. And then you slowly walk your toes a little bit to the side, and one arm is going to go down, but the other arm is going to keep doing that exercise. And you can do this day after day after day. What you find is that if you're relaxing while you do it, if you're going, once you find a place of tension, if you use your breath to embrace and stretch out in that area, and then exhale, releasing tension, that you'll come back more flexible every day. Every day your shoulder mobility will increase. Now that diaphragmatic breathing we just talked about helps in two ways. One, if you're watching your breathing the whole time, if you're watching your diaphragm here, and then you step out a little bit and you try watching your diaphragm again. When you find areas of tension, sometimes your diaphragmatic breathing will stop. Then you'll just start breathing out of your chest, and this will you'll feel it kind of lock up. And that's an indicator to you that you need to keep relaxing, keep breathing, and that will keep you becoming more and more flexible. So in today's practice, we're going to start with neck stretches, and we're going to use that breath, use the diaphragmatic breath the whole time. Everything we do, keep focusing on bringing your diaphragm down and up. So we start by bringing the chin in, tucking the chin, hanging the head to stretch out the back of the neck. Excuse me. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, releasing tension. Inhale, stretch. You can even come down a little bit further if you want. Releasing tension, coming back up. Then we bring the chin in, and we're using our hands to reach tall through the back of our neck and releasing tension. And you can use both arms. I just use one to show you for the video. You're stretching out the front of your neck, the back of your neck. Your chin is still in. You can bend your knees a little to get that tail down. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, closed. Massage the back of the neck. Massage the shoulders. If you can work out any kinks. Breathing into tight spots, and then exhale, releasing the tension. Okay, so some shoulder rolls. There's more neck exercises we can do, but like I said, there's new stuff I want to show you today. So we're going to kind of fast forward through the neck stretches. And if you do this every day, you don't need to spend as long. Maybe the first time you do neck and back stretches, it takes you 15 minutes. And then after a few weeks, you're only spending 10 minutes. And then after another week or two, you're only spending 5 minutes. So you can stay really healthy without putting that time in once you're in a maintenance place. So I'm going to need to move my camera to this level here. That's pretty good. Stay with me. I'm excited to show you some new stuff today. That will almost work. There we go. Now you can't see my face. Oh, this is tough stuff here. The headless yogi. All right, we'll work with it. So let's see here. We're going to start in mountain. Re-engage that diaphragmatic breath, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, diaphragm goes down, energy stretches out. Exhale, you can clasp your hands if you want to as you're stretching. Stretch one side of the body, stretch the other side of the body. You can again stretch back, and notice I tend to arch my back, and that's not good, so I need to bend my knees and get that tail down to get this stretch again. Work all the kinks out so you've got really good standing posture. And then we'll close our eyes and see what we can change internally, if anything. And our exhales, that diaphragm goes down. Inhales, diaphragm goes down. Exhales, as the diaphragm floats up, you can pull your belly up and in, which will lift your shoulders back and down. Inhale, we go taller, stretching out through the crown of the head as our diaphragm reaches down. Exhales, we still grow taller because belly pulls up and in, shoulders back and down, reaching through the crown of the head. Just keep watching that diaphragm, making any adjustments so that you're doing this posture correctly with less effort. For example, do your shoulders or back need to be tense right now? No. All right, so throughout our whole practice, we'll get in good posture and then see if we can do it with less effort, freeing up energy, freeing up space in our body to breathe into. We're going to start by inhale, stretching up. Bring the hands down and step one foot back. So right foot back is what I'm doing here. Tail's down, hips are forward, and from the top up, it's like I'm still in mountain, right? This is warrior one. Exhaling, you can sink down a little bit. Just make sure that your knee is not going past your toes. When you look down, you can see your toes. Otherwise, walk your foot out a little bit until you can. So that's our warrior one. We're going to do our Karate Kid. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Tail down. Inhaling. Exhaling. And now we're going to come a little lower with this. So put your hands on your hip, reaching through your heart. Make sure your hips are square, so one's not more forward than the other. My right foot's back, so I'm working my right hip forward, pressing my left hip back. I'm going to come down with a flat back, and I'm going to grab my block. And I don't know if you guys can see me well enough, but I've got my left foot forward, my right block down, and I've got a nice flat back. You can probably really feel that in your front leg, hamstring. Inhale into the tightness. Exhale, releasing the tension. Again, inhale in. Exhale, release. And then you can come down lower if you want to. All right, so you can release your block, put your hands back on your hips, bringing yourself back up. Good. We can do more with that. We can do a twist, but for right now, let's leave it at that. Inhaling, tail up, you can reach back. A little bit of a back bend. And then we're going to step the right foot forward. Doing that again on the other side. Tail down, chin in, top of the crown of the head. So we're stretching long through our torso from the crown of our head through our root In fact, you can imagine pressing roots down through your feet and through your root chakra too, reaching down to the earth. And then on your inhale, diaphragm goes down, arms represent your energy growing with your breath, reaching in opposite direction. Exhale the hands back to the heart. We're going to step back with our left foot. So we've got our right knee bent. We can still see our toes. You can walk your toes out a little further if you can't. Hips are forward, shoulders down. We'll bring our arms up for warrior one. The shoulders come down. Heart is lifted, looking up at the sky. Pressing through your back heel. Nice long line of energy. Deep breath again. And then let's bring our hands in. Karate Kid, inhaling out. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling up. Exhaling back to center. We can bring our hands behind us this time, doing a little clasp. In fact, some people will do a reverse prayer. So you can do prayer hands behind your back, but it's really hard. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll put my hands back on my hips like last time, making sure my tail stays down, low back is comfortable. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, coming down. The flat back, leading with that heart. So my right hips are working back. My left hip is working forward to square the hips. And I'm going to find my block again. Only now it's with the left hand, opposite hand and foot. And I'm trying to straighten out this front leg. Breathing deeply into that area. Exhale, releasing tension. You can use both hands on the block even to help support yourself. Inhale, long through your spine, stretching into your hamstrings. Exhale, releasing the tension. If you need to bend the knee, to release that tension and come back up, you can. We certainly don't want to go into tension and then stay tense and then just get out of it. That will bring us back tighter tomorrow. So we'll need to release any tension we feel. If you can't do it with your breath, back off a little until you can. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to step back to both feet hip distance apart. Good morning. And we will stretch out. Exhale. You just learned pyramid pose. Namaste. See you tomorrow. I'm so excited that you're here because my 8:30s have been so